From Los Angeles to a worldwide audience, this is Boaz Power TV, where we take your life to the next level. Now, internationally known speaker and author, here's Boaz.
Hi, welcome to the Power Show. You are part of the Power Nation, and I'm so glad that you're here, because here we help you improve your attitude, your relationships, your finances, and your career. This is episode number 120 on Boaz Power TV, and I call This Lawman Had Two Careers. You know, I like sharing stories about amazing people because there are lessons we can learn from people who have accomplished incredible things. So I'd like to introduce William. In 1907, at the age of 52, he decided to change careers and do something totally different. How many of us have had that urge but didn't act on it? No one says we can't have more than one career in our lives. I've had numerous careers. Now I've decided to become a television star on my own TV network. And you can do the same thing. You can do exactly what I'm doing. You like my studio? This is my dining room. Hello. All right. So anyway, back to William. Born in 1855 in Illinois, William had 3 brothers and 2 sisters. The family eventually moved to Kansas to build a farm. Now, it was there that William found hunting and fishing to be much more interesting than schoolwork. I guess you could say that excitement and adventure were in his blood. For his first job at the age of 17, William graded railroad bed for the railroad. Then he became a buffalo hunter and supplied meat to the railroad crews. Now, following a stint as an Army scout, William killed his first man in Sweetwater, Texas. It was a matter of self-defense. William and a lady friend were both wounded in an incident with her jealous ex-lover. Now, at the same time, his big brother Ed had become Marshal of Dodge City, Kansas. William and his brother Jim became deputy marshals. This was the time when Wyatt Earp was also a lawman in the area. William, in November of 1877, was elected county sheriff. By enforcing no gunplay laws and a curfew, he showed quite an ability as a lawman. He also developed a reputation as a gunfighter. William and his brothers managed to tame one of the wildest cattle towns of the West, Dodge City. Well, in an interesting contrast to his reputation as a dangerous gunman, William was a flamboyant dresser. When he arrived in Dodge City, the city paper stated that he had, and I quote, cut a fine figure among the common folk. Wow. In subsequent years, William traveled throughout the West, owned and operated gambling houses, served as a no-nonsense sheriff in a Colorado town, and continued to strike fear in the hearts and minds of tough guys and thugs. Of the men who died in gunfights with William, he stated, I've had to kill, yes, but only in the execution of my duties as a lawman or in self-defense. He was said to have killed 26 men before he turned 30. It was in 1905 that President Teddy Roosevelt, who was to become a good friend, appointed William as U.S. Marshal for the Southern District of New York State. After being offered the appointment of Marshal to the Oklahoma Territory, William resigned in 1907 to change careers. He no longer wanted to kill or take the chance of being killed. So somewhere along the line, while wandering throughout the West, William had learned about the sport of boxing. He didn't fight. However, because of his interest in the sport, he was a timekeeper, a promoter, an assistant, and a referee. Boxing during the 1880s was controlled and promoted by professional gamblers. William, in addition to being a lawman and a fearless gunfighter, was himself a professional gambler. In time, he became quite good at picking winners of boxing matches. William attended all important boxing events in the country and started writing a weekly sports column for a Denver newspaper. That led to the final step in his change of careers. In 1907, he took a job with the Morning Telegraph in New York City to become that newspaper's sports editor. This was something he had never done before. His column, which appeared in that paper 3 times a week, was quite popular. Now, until his death in 1921, as a result of a heart attack while typing his sports column, William was always very active in the fighting business. Many people, when considering a change in careers, fall back on excuses. I can't do that. I don't know how to do that. The correct and empowering statement should be, how can I do that? For things to change, we must change. For the future to be better, we have to make it better. Counsel with people who believe in you. Get advice from successful people. Take small steps and see the power of action in the right direction. A body in motion tends to stay in motion. Oh yes, what about William? Who was he? William's full name was William Barclay Masterson. You know him as Bat Masterson. Gene Barry portrayed the debonair gunfighter Lawman on television between 1958 and 1961. The nickname Bat didn't come from the cane he occasionally carried. It was short for his given name of Bartholomew. Now, if you're figuratively on Main Street facing a shootout with the negative side of your personality that's holding you back, I suggest you draw fast before your ideas for the future get shot down. So, the affirmation for this episode of Boaz Power TV, it's an affirmation of change. Please write it down. It could be helpful to you. I'm identifying the positive changes I want to make in my life and taking action to make those changes. Once again, the power affirmation. I'm identifying the positive changes I want to make in my life and taking action to make those changes. And by the way, speaking of changes, some of us, like I had to a few years ago, we've got to change the way we look at money. We've got to get our strength back. So let me give you some ideas on how to get your power back with money. Here are 4 simple ideas of what I did to get my money back, get my money feelings back, to get back on track is what I'm wanting to say. Number 1, lower your expenses. Live a little below your means for a while. Pay in cash. Don't charge. Wait. Pay off your debts. There's a lot of power in being debt-free, and also save some money. Cash is king. And I want you to have lots of confidence with money and with success. If you like these messages, and many people around the world do, please do me a favor. Forward this to 5 people you know. Suggest they go to my website, boazpower.com, and that they subscribe to these free weekly broadcasts of Boaz Power TV. Perhaps we can help them to also make an important change in their life and to draw faster and win that battle. Got it? Yup. It's been a pleasure. Thank you for being with me. You are special, you are unique, you are destined for greatness. And above all, I see it in you. You are a champion. Have a powerful day.
This has been Boaz Power TV. To comment, see other episodes, or to subscribe to this free broadcast, go to our blog at boazpower.com. That's boazpower.com. We're here to take your life to the next level.